Okay. So the former, what I was talking about was Agile. That's the area we are into. Welcome to Cloud Training for Enthusiasts. My name is Osotwame Patrick Aigbogun. I'm a senior DevSecOps engineer from infrastructure background with more than 14 years experience in IT and 10 years experience in cloud technology. So I'm currently working and in IT. I'm currently performing the role in different companies. Then to add to it, I'm the CEO of Jemo Global Resources Corp, Canada. So let's go back. I just want to add that. We're talking about Agile processes. I said Agile is a fastest way of delivering a product. The word Agile means quick, smart response to change. You understand? It's from the word agility, meaning progressive, meaning instant delivery. You understand? And something that can be relied on to deliver in time. So as I said, Agile is a word that was actually, from my understanding, it looked like a spiteful word, because before then, they have a process of management which lies under the process of waterfall, which means you can see this system, like the water is falling, right? It falls from here, it falls from here. Just take this as a bowl of water. You fetch the water here, then it falls into this place, then from there it falls into this place, then it falls 10 before it becomes available. So this is a process that explains that if you have an idea, a company wants to go into mobility business, you gather your people together, you gather your people together, you start planning about what you want to do, what are the team members you need, what is the best car that is training now, what's the best people that you need to have, what are the best tools available right now, what are the best technology that you need to get right now. So you put them together, then you analyze the risk. You understand? How much will it cost you to deliver that kind of product? Then you analyze it. Then after you analyze everything you've planned, then you call your team, your engineers, by giving them the tools that you already arranged. You understand? Then you not give the tools. You will not be looking for people that will be able to use that tools. Maybe now, because you've done your costing, the most efficient tool to use maybe for IT then is Java. So you've gotten your Java license, you've gotten your data center and every license. You look for Java engineer, you look for Java developer, you look for network developer, you look for database administrator or anything. I'm just trying to use software, you bring them together. Then after you not give them to start designing. They'll design the architecture. After they finish designing the architecture, they'll bring it to you. You will look at it. Then you now give it a time to code. They will code it. All these things they are doing, the owner of the company is not aware because they will give the project timeline. So this is the time that this project will be available. Then after designing, they code it. Then they not test it. They will not put it a small chunk of it called prototyping. And they will not, that would be the time where they will go and meet the developers or the operation team. Operation team will not put it in their server and test it. After testing it, then they will not go back to the management again and discuss the product that they have. If the management approve it, they'll deliver the application. If the management does not approve it, what happened? They'll start doing it all over again until they get that features. You know, a product is made up of backlogs and features. What are features? The things that product is going to do. For example, if you go to if you are using Microsoft, let me not use any company name. If you're using any company, if you look at the old school software, maybe it's kind of word editor, you see that it has so many features that you will never even use. Some of them, you don't even know that some application, word editor like Microsoft Office, you don't even know that Microsoft Office, you can even edit picture with it. You understand? But do you need it? It's supposed to be a word and text editor, right? but they put so many features in that application. So it took longer time for that application to be out. You understand? So it was a very effective tool in terms of construction and other aspects. But when it comes to software, because by the time you release your application, somebody else have released it. For example, now let's assume we are building a phone. And right now, you put a timeline of 3 years to make sure that phone is out. And in that 3 years, you want that phone to have Bluetooth, because at that time, Bluetooth was raining. Now, by the time this year, you now release the phone this year, we have even left Bluetooth, other things. We have entire 5G network. We are already using so many applications, ChatGPT, so many chatting sites. It's already in vogue right now. So imagine if the product you designed and planned and you work with it since 3 years ago, by the time you release it this year, it becomes obsolete. So you have to take it back and put the feature that is ready now. But by the time you release it next 3 years, you understand, it's already obsolete. So that process was not working for the IT team. So that was why some set of people now come together and it's like, this system is not agile enough. So let's set up an agile management system. So the word agile, I'm just trying to explain the where it came from. So now, what is agile project management system, or what is Scrum? As the case may be. Let me not use the word Scrum now. I don't know how to put it now. Let me just use Scrum, which is one of the process. Scrum is not what makes it agile. We have so many agile tools apart from Scrum. We have the lean methodology. We have the Kanban and other processes, but they are built under the agile processes. So what does agile brings to the table? Agile says, now this is the process, the formal processes, that as an individual, before you bring this to the right is waterfall, to the left is agile. So we are just trying to do the comparison. After this training, I'm going to send you a course. You're going to download the stuff. I'll show you how to download it so that you guys will not have any issue with it. Read about it. There's a little certification there. Just try and do it. It's free. And the advantage of that certification is that you can use it to even work as an agile team member, right? Then tomorrow, Dolakbo will teach you how to use Jira board and everything. Because coming from next week, I want to be talking from agile angle, because DevOps is bettered out of agile. Because after they have Scrum, which is the combination of developers, the stakeholders, the product owner coming together to function as a team. DevOps now bridge developers, the stakeholders, the product owner, and the operation team together. So when the development team and the operation team come together to work as a single unit, is what makes it a DevOps methodology. Now, DevSecOps methodology is a combination of the product owner, the developers, the master, which is the Scrum Master, the operation team, and the security team working together as a unit, and setting up a pipeline that can automate itself without this three team doing their task on a daily basis. So that pipeline is called DevSecOps pipeline. It's what is in vogue right now. But I know between now and next 3 years, they're going to have what we call other aspects is going to start opening up, because they are trying to make everybody to work as a unit. So that is why I'm just telling you where we are going to, right? Let's come back to where we are. So now, the agile processes, before I mentioned when I was talking about this planning, analyzing, and everything, under planning, the waterfall mate believes that you have to talk about processes. You have to tell me what you want to do. Your project manager will come and tell me everything you want to do and the tools you are going to use. We analyze everything. We will cost it. Then after that, you will not document all the process because I want to know what you are doing so that you don't just go and be doing anyhow. So that I can use what you've written down as a checkmate, as a basis to compare where we are going to and where we are. You understand? That is the process. You document comprehensive documentation, then contract negotiation. You negotiate with all the stakeholders, everybody. You negotiate with the team. You negotiate with the external vendors. You understand? You have to talk about the contract. You have to know the number of team you want to work with from the beginning. And you understand? Then after doing all those things, you've submitted it to the management. Now, the next thing is that you have to 100% follow the plan. So if you want to change anything, you have to raise a form called change management form, and you have to allow the management to approve it before you implement it. And just try to imagine if it's Nigerian government and you want to look for implementation. You know, to approve a contract, to approve something, it's not easy. You have to follow bureaucracy. You have to know manager, brother. You have to call him sir, call him daddy, go to his house. Okay, lobby, you understand? Then before they now approve it, you now implement it. So it was very rigid. It was working, but it was very, very rigid. So if you want to build a car, you have to start building the car. Make sure that all the features of the car are ready. So they will not test it. After testing the prototype, you will now do the main thing. You will not test it. After testing it, you release it. Like then you release it, you now start making advertisement with all the features that you have in your car. That my car can somersault 20 times, it will not break. My car can go anywhere. My car, because the features you have in that car is what you are going to be using to canvas, to tell other people that your car is far better than theirs. I was talking about finished product. Now, the advantage is that your car will have any product, but the disadvantage is that by the time your car comes out, some features that car will be having may not be relevant to the people. Maybe you are designing an application, you understand? The application can edit text message. But imagine this time, you don't need to design an application. You can just get an API, an application that is already working that can edit. Just plug it into your application and you function. So you can see the years you're going to be using to be designing that aspect or that features may not be necessary. I mean, you may even just need to just get a license or go to an open source and get a plugin and plug into your system. And your system is, you understand, that's an agile thinking. But it's waterfall. No, you cannot just put anything to anything. You have to follow processes. Now, let's go back to the agile. Agile says you don't look for tools and processes. When you have an idea, for example, I want to go into mobility business. I shouldn't be thinking about building my first limo or even an automobile. I can start with my shoe. I can think, okay, I want to go into mobility business. What's the smallest mobility business that is reigning right now? It could just be my smallest mobility business that is reigning right now is my leg. Everybody has a leg, except those that have special needs, you understand? Even those that have special needs, they can also be the slowest version of their mobility. Now, who can design that shoe? I mean, need a very good shoemaker or a very good artist that can draw the shoe, right? I need a shoemaker that can design that shoe. I'm just trying to use that as an example. Then, these are the two people I need. Abi, these are the two things I need. Straight, we have agreed. Does that mean that we're not going to follow these two processes? Yes, we are going to follow it. Just that this time we are doing it as a unit. We are not doing it as step by step. Okay, we want to go into car business. Okay, what do we need? We need a shoemaker. That's the smallest unit. Okay, who's going to design it for us? We need a shoemaker. We need somebody that will design the artwork. and make it okay. Make the shoe, test the shoe, put the shoe in your leg, and make the shoe available in the market. So when the shoe comes out in the market, whether you like it or not, people that are still thinking about how to do all the leather, all the bobo they want to do, my shoe, my smallest mobility business is out. I can call it Patrick Travel with the best shoe. You'll be laughing at me, right? Because you are building more sophisticated car. By the time that my shoe is out, people put the shoe in their leg and they like it. They make their complaints. Now, my dear, this shoe, I can use it to work, but I will enjoy it if I can roll with it. If the shoe has tire, you understand me? I can roll with it. I can say, wow, that's skating. I can take that shoe that I make, improve it, and put tires on top of it. It becomes a roller, right? Automatically, because people already know that I was the one that made that shoe that was fine, that they enjoyed. When they are not seeing a shoe with a roller with the same brand, they want to still give it that kind of attention. They will put the shoe and be using it as a roller. That's talking about working software now. You understand me? Customer collaboration is what I also mentioned, because I got a feedback from the customer that it would have been nice if the shoe has something that we can roll with, right? Now I've responded to change what they mentioned, what they discussed. Now I've gone back again into my process. Plan, put a roller, design the roller, code the roller, test it, deploy it. Now I have a shoe roller. Now I have 2 products in the market now. I have a shoe with roller. So people can start to use just the shoe, which is version 1. People can start to use the shoe and the roller, which is version 2, right? Maybe somebody now say, this shoe and roller is good, but what if we try to just upgrade and get a bicycle? I'm like, wow, bicycle is nice. Or a skate, or a scooter. Okay, the scooter is closed. I can start to say, okay, let's get a scooter. The same scooter, from the same processes, do scooter, design scooter, plan scooter, design it, deploy it. Now, meanwhile, these people, they are still building their BMW, right? They are still building their BMW. Me, I've done my 3 products, it's out. People are already consuming my 3 products and are already making money from them. People are discussing about it. It's out, good. Now, and I realized that the scooter is manual. People were like, the scooter is nice, but it would have been nice if the scooter can just sit down, stamp on the scooter, and the scooter is working on its own. Moto. Or I'll go to the market, go to my team. By this time, I'm looking for, as we are growing, we are looking for the individuals that can do scooter. We're not looking for individuals that want to use our tools. We're looking for people that have special skill that will bring in. That is the people first. Then we'll get somebody that can do scooter and bring the person to our team. We'll develop the scooter. The scooter have a motor. Now we release. Now, how many products do we have now? 4 products, right? We have the shoe. We have the shoe roller. We have the scooter. Now we now have what? At the end of the day, if you look at it, before 10 years, we have released our car. And the car we are going to be releasing may not be the kind of car that is already in vogue, because at that time, to be a car that is in need, that people love. So that is an agile system, meaning, first of all, talk about the people, not the tools or the processes. Does that mean we don't do processes? Yes, we do, but we don't emphasize on it. You understand? We don't focus on the tools. That's why now people are still missing the idea. People have gone to training as a DevOps engineer, and they are still using the waterfall system. You go to an interview, say, what are you? Say you are a cloud engineer. My dear, the word cloud engineer is not a visible word. It's actually a role. It's not who you are, it's the role you are playing. So it can come in different name. So it's not tools. You can't say you are an AWS engineer. It's not a tool, because pre-process and tools have been washed out. It's individual and interaction. Where I work now, I told you we are not using AWS, we are not using GCP. But because I am already a DevOps engineer, that's what I want you guys to become. Have this personality of the Agile system that is not about you learning the tools. It's about how much skill do you think you have that can help the company. You understand? That is it. If you have this tool, and when people are calling you to interview you, you are able to tell them what your little skill or the skill you have, how you have used it to help people. They find you useful to add you to a company. I have started working. I've never been asked all my certification to bring all my certification. Nobody, no company will ask you, unless you are working for a government company, and they will not ask you from the first day one. Do I have it? Yes. But why are they not asking for it? Because it's not about documentation. It's about working software. It's about individualism. It's about what you can do, what you can bring to the table. So if you are learning any skill from us, try your best to think about solution as you are learning stage by stage, because that's how Agile people think. You don't just wait till you finish the class before you want to start showing people. That is waterfall. As you have learned Linus, look for where you can put that Linus to work. That is Agile. As you are learning Scrum right now, when you are finished learning Scrum, start looking for how to put the Scrum to work. That is Agile. Don't wait till you finish all the course. That is waterfall. By the time you finish the course, a new course has come. Are you going to keep learning without putting it to work? You're not ready in there. You are just learning something that you don't even know what it is. But this is what it is. As you are learning, you are applying for a job. What I mean by applying for a job, you're looking for a company that needs that skill where you can execute your skill. Because I'm talking to you now, companies are outside looking for somebody that understands Linux, that can even script. Some of us can even script to some extent now. So it's about Agile processes. Now, these are the things we're going to be learning. I'm going to give you a documentation that will emphasize more of this. So what does this mean coming to software? Thank God I just used shoe. Now, let's come back to software itself. Before you design any application, some application is as heavy as 4 gig, 7 gig. The lowest application then was about 700 megabytes because the application will have so many features. But now, no. If you want to do a Microsoft, you want to do a text editor, the first features is text editor. So what application can give you that text editor? Bring people together. Okay, this one says I'm a Java developer. This one says I'm a Golang developer. Okay, this development you can do front end, you can do back end. I want us to design an application that people can use to write messages. That's the first goal. Then the second goal is let's allow that application to be able to correct mistakes. That's what we call text editing features. Third one, let's make the application that it can be able to correct wrong phrases. You can see. But let me tell you the truth. As you design your first application on how to edit, for example, we all know Notepad. This Notepad does not correct. When they started then, till now it can't even correct. You can see, this is a text editor. Right? Now, this is a text editor. It's out. Now you design another application. You're not using text editor now. Maybe let's go to Google. Google has where we are even using now is even Google. Before, if I'm to do any presentation here, I have to go and buy Microsoft Office or any Office suite and install. But now I don't need it. I just get a simple email and I can do my presentation. You see, if you are using that kind of idea to go into your development, see, you have lost your business. Now, with your Gmail, I can do my slide and I can share this slide with you. Everybody can collaborate. Does this slide has all the features that the other application has? No. But does it have the features that I need? Yes. So are they going to keep upgrading? Yes. So like that. Then first editor. Now, because we discover that people like to use pictures, now people like to take pictures. Okay, then let's add a feature that can enable people to edit pictures because they need it. I'll add it. Now, how people are doing ChatGPT. Do you know now? Let me show you an application. You'll be amazed that Google has added ChatGPT into their infrastructure. Let me show you. They bring it as a plugin. I think it's in document, right? Let me go to document. Okay. Let me just open a fresh document. I think I've installed ChatGPT here. Yes. Okay, I've not. This one is not here. Let me see. No, I think it's in my order. Let me check here. I have ChatGPT already running in my system. Excuse me. Okay. Sorry, I have so many emails because most companies I work for, they create an email for me. You understand? But I don't like that to bother you. Let me open. I think I have ChatGPT here. Okay, I think I'm here now. Let me see. Ah, come on. Change. Okay, let me go to. So there's a plugin now that if you add it to your stuff, to your system, you can even do, I think, let me check here. I think it's going to be here. You can even edit you can do your ChatGPT stuff. There's already an AI tool attached. I already have it. I just want us to show. I have it. I think I have it on one of my email. Okay, you can see. Remember when I did it in the first one, right? It didn't give me, right? But when I put it here, you see, it gave me this. This is a AI tool that Google have added to their plugins. If you just install the plugin, I don't need to open Google. Let's say, okay, write me a poem. Write a poem on love. For lazy people like us that are romantic, that doesn't want to have the time. So if I do that, they'll say, you're going to write me a poem. And the poem is on my Microsoft, it's on my Word. You see how interesting it is? So imagine if I'm to type all these things. Love, oh love, how sweet. Okay, I can personalize it. Let me personalize it. I'll just come back here, come here. You can see features. Let me type a new one, say, okay, I love you. Okay, let me put Emily. Let me put on that file there. Let me put Chinyere. Huh? My neighbor. Personalize. He's not here. My this thing is not correct. As an AI language, I do not accept the capable of, however, I will appreciate sentiment to express towards your neighbor. It's important I cultivate relationship to those around me. So now this is what it made. But if I put it, in ChatGPT, it's going to give me more than that. But let me put, I love you, Shinyere, who is my neighbor. So the reason why that gave me that error is because currently this ChatGPT here is still under development. By the time they finish developing it stronger, like the one in ChatGPT, you will notice that they will get a more interesting one. Look at what he wrote for me now. He said, Dear Shinyere, I hope this message finds you well. I just wanted to take a moment to express my appreciation for having you as my neighbor. Your kind and warm make me brighter. I am grateful for the opportunity to know you better. I want you to know I cherish our friendship and I value the time we spend together. Your presence in my life has been true blessings, and I'm grateful for the love, support, and help. Thank you for being an amazing friend and neighbor. I love you, Chinyere. See, Anna, Chinyere read this message and she would listen to me use my mind right now. She knows that I don't even understand. I don't even care. I don't even care about her. I just want something that will make her happy. I just send this message to her, boom, and she'll be happy. You know, when she comes to the house, many times she's trying to answer me some questions from this message. Maybe I will not even understand what, because one thing I tell you is that people don't want to crack their head anymore. You can laugh and say, ChatGPT is bad. This is bad. Accept it right now. Accept robot right now. Accept AI right now. Because why? Everything has good and bad part. You can bring out the good part of it. But AI is the current market. All application right now is going back to be designing AI features and had it. Google just did their own. You understand? This is an AI features. In Google, I don't need to buy. It's free. Did I pay anything? No, just to install. So what I'm trying to say is that Agile process provides that enable environment where people can change instantly, adapt instantly, and still maintain their originality. So that is the thing that we're going to be talking about. Any question? I think I can stop here. There are many things to talk about, but I think after you finish the course that I'm going to share with you, right, which I've already explained, I just explained everything to you, but I just want you to go and do that course will give you a deeper feature to it. You understand me? A deeper aspect to it. This is the 4, but this 4 was actually broken down into 12, but all the 12 were just surrounding around this 4. This is the 4. This is the 4. So I've compared both to you. I've explained both to you. Now I've given you an instance, right? And we have enjoyed ourselves. Okay, thank you so much. I'm going to stop.